Huge milestone. Stacey passed $10,000 in cleaning revenue. That's pretty crazy. That's 1% of $1 million. 1% of $1 million. So in this video, we're going to talk about basically what allowed her to hit that milestone, the few simple tenets, I guess, on what has worked for her thus far, and I can only expect that it'll work for her continue in the future for the next milestones, 50,000, 100,000, maybe more. We'll
Hopefully
see.
more.
We'll see. So the first one is simply just working hard and staying focused on what she does. And as she found out, it takes a lot of sacrifice sometimes when you're starting up a business. So we're going to throw that to a quick clip. So tell me what's going on right now.
Just got back into town from a little vacation over the holidays, and I have a job that I have to be at in about 45 minutes. So right back to it.
So I thought that was a perfect representation of what a business owner has to do. Just came back from vacation, literally has to get right back into it and go to a job. And then she was out until like 10 p.m. that day,
Yeah.
cleaning. And yeah, so tell me a little bit about what your schedule is like currently. I'm sure it's absolutely chaos. I know it's absolutely chaos.
You've seen it.
so talk about that a little bit.
It's definitely chaotic. It's, you know, when you're gaining these clients and you're trying to build up your clientele, not everyone's on a schedule. So I currently have, you know, about 6 or 7 clients who are on a more schedule. So I go to their house every Tuesday, every 2 weeks. And I have a handful of those clients. So, but not everyone is like that. So I'm kind of fitting in people whenever I can and whenever they reach out to me. So I just had a stretch of working, I think, 7 days in a row.
Yeah, so she'll see that a lot. And one of the hard things when you're first starting is the non-structured nature of your schedule, in that, like you said, you're kind of figuring things out. You don't even really know how to format things to be the most efficient. So there tends to be like a lot of time that's not necessarily wasted, but you don't really understand how to make things the most efficient until you've done them a few times, until you've, you know, gone through this month after month, and you're able to kind of, you'll slowly connect the dots, like, oh, hey, if I do this stop and then this one, it'll save me 25 minutes. Yeah. And you just kind of pick up those kinds of things. But yeah, she's basically been working every single day. And one of the next things we're going to work on is trying to condense her jobs into fewer days. That way she has more time to spend on marketing and just outside work, things like making sure that her finances are being tracked, and just little things, little outside things that doesn't necessarily make her money directly, but just organizes the business better or promotes the business, just to have a better schedule and to make your life a little bit easier.
A little easier.
Yeah. Just to understand. It's so much easier if you're like, okay, today's a cleaning day. Today's a marketing day. Like, it's so much easier for your brain, for anyone's brain, not just yours, to wrap around that. So
when do I get a day? That's my question.
You can give pencil that in. Yeah, see, that's one thing. She's not used to being able to make her own schedule. So it's like, I got to tell her sometimes, like, hey, you don't have to do a job at that time. It's up to you when you do a job. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to that.
So can you talk a little bit about like the struggles you've had so far, or anything that kind of stresses you out, like long days or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been really tired, really exhausted, and I haven't had much time for myself. I think I had one morning where I woke up and I was just so tired, and I hadn't been able to do anything for myself, or, you know, make time for any friends, family, anything like that. And I had just worked that 7-day stretch, and I went to a job later on that day, and I was cleaning it was a single dad, and he's probably just a young guy. And I realized then, why am I crying, or why am I upset over, you know, having work to do? I should be thankful. And I realized my why was, you know, why I'm doing this, because I feel like everyone deserves to have a clean home. And so I realized that when I was cleaning his house, and I kind of had a little bit of a wake-up call, I guess.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, like, just the frame of reference change allowed you to be less like feeling bad for yourself.
Yeah.
just because you're like, okay, it could be so much worse.
It could be. Yeah, it definitely could
Yeah,
be.
I think that's huge.
Yeah.
Just having a little bit of gratitude for what you have. Like,
Mhm.
I do that too. Like, you know, I might be stressed out, or I've, like you said, worked a long day, and I think, okay, there's people out there who wish that they could work, you know,
Yes.
who are just like confined to a bed or, you know,
Right.
whatever, and they can't work and they wish they could. So I try to use that like, okay, yeah, it could be so much worse.
It
you know?
could definitely always be so
Yeah,
much worse.
and just finding joy in the work. So
Yeah.
the next huge thing that really helped increase revenue is just simply getting reoccurring clients, just like that Airbnb client that you just landed. And we kind of have a short clip there for that.
We landed our first Airbnb account, which is pretty exciting. It's a beautiful casita and it's on top of this mountain. So it's a pretty prime location. We've now cleaned it 6 times, so he's getting bookings constantly, which is good because that means more work for us. So.
Or the housewives that you clean for regularly. There's like a group of friends that she like picked up all their homes because she cleaned one, and then she told her friend, and like now she cleans all their houses like every other week or something like that.
Yeah. So it's a neighborhood that they had no luck with cleaners out where they live, and we cleaned one lady's house, and then she told her neighbor. The neighbor reached out to me within 2 days, I want to say, and then another neighbor reached out to me after we cleaned her house, and she's got another lady lined up. So it's kind of just the word of mouth.
Yeah.
You go and do a good job, and then it gets around.
Yeah. So she cleaned one person's house, did a good job. Because of that, now she has 3 reoccurring from her?
3 from that, yeah, and they're
From-
basically all on the same block.
Yeah. So because of that one job, she now has 3 reoccurring, which probably equals like $1,000 a month or so from those 3 houses.
Probably.
So by just going above and beyond, wowing one person, she now has $1,000 a month reoccurring. It's $12,000 a year. Like, it doesn't take doing that very many times before you have a pretty substantial business in place, and just really goes to show like doing good work. But that the main point there is just how valuable a reoccurring client is. Like,
Yes.
so valuable. So the next big thing is getting really good at doing estimates and getting larger homes as well.
Little success story today. I just got back from an InHome Estimate, and this was a gentleman who reached out to me through the Thumbtack app. He contacted me and 3 other professionals in the area. What he was looking for was a service for his own home, which was very large, and he owns 700 properties all over the valley, and so he needs cleaning services for these homes. So I sent him a message back, and he read it, but he didn't respond to it. So then I sent him an additional message saying, I'd love to come out, do an in-home estimate. We can meet each other. And my thinking there was that I'm going to stand out against all the other professionals that he reached out to. And it worked. He sent me a message back immediately with his email and said, let's set up a date and time. So we went ahead and did that. So it looks like it's going to be a really great fit. I'm going to send him a proposal in about an hour or so. So I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a great opportunity, and lots of opportunity for growth with this. So.
And Stacey actually ended up landing that client, so congratulations there.
Thanks.
That's pretty awesome. Honestly, that worked flawlessly in suggesting to that guy that you should go and do an in-home estimate, because he probably didn't even consider the other people after you went and did that. So that little above and beyond, that's awesome. So she ended up cleaning that home, and we have a clip of that as well at the end of the day.
So we just finished cleaning an 8,000 square foot home. I should say mansion, but we're all done. It took us about 8.5 hours. So I'm pretty excited with the outcome of it, and the clients are happy, so I'm happy. I'm a little tired, but happy.
So what are your thoughts on cleaning these larger homes? Do you like cleaning them, or are they better for you? Are they kind of more work? What exactly, what's your interpretation of it so far?
They're definitely more work, but I do enjoy it more because we were at that house for 8.5 hours. That's a full work day.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any traveling that day to and from another client's homes, you know. So we worked a full 8.5 hours and made a decent amount, and we were done for the day.
Yeah, yeah, and I like that a lot, so much more. I mean, I translate that to my moving company the same, because I would way rather have one large job than two medium jobs. Less customers to deal with, like you said, less travel time.
Yeah.
And to me, it's all about the amount of time in a day in which you're billing the hours for. And the reason for that is no travel time. So,
Right.
you know, if you have a 10-hour day and you know, you have to get to the job, you have to come back, so that's 1 hour. So that's 9 hours, for instance. Let's say you had a 9-hour job that you're billing versus a 10-hour day with two jobs, you know, an hour to the first one, hour back from the last one, hour in between. So that alone, I mean, which would still be an efficient day, would be 8 hours versus 9 hours, which if you do that every day, you know, even across 1 month, that's thousands of dollars difference.
Yeah.
And you know, across a year, across multiple years, it's such a difference in the amount of money that you can potentially earn by simply just having larger jobs. So those are super exciting too. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is just offering extraordinary customer service, which I think Stacey's becoming an expert at. She already is very good at it and only getting better. And here's an example of that I recorded the other day.
This is what I'm talking about. 9:30 at night, baking cookies as gifts, and writing thank you notes to all of our clients. Let's see this. Thank you for the continued support. We are so excited to bring in the new year and to continue servicing your beautiful home. Happy holidays to you and your family. That's the kind of hustle we need.
So I thought that was just completely awesome. I had no input there. She did that herself, was writing those cards, baking cookies, and she just stands out so much by doing that kind of thing. So can you talk about some of the other things you do and how people react to those little, like, extra mile things that you do for your clients?
Yeah, anything. I mean, we do a couple of different things. We bring, if we know that they have dogs, we always bring them the dog's treats, and mints on the pillows, and then things like, we were at one job and in their bedroom, the blind had fallen down, and so we fixed that for them. We put it back up. You know, that's something that would probably have, I know we've all had our blinds fall down and it sits on the floor for a few weeks, if not over a month, you know, and you think, oh, I'll get to that someday. And then, so when they got home at the end of the day, I'm sure that they were pretty surprised that, oh, the cleaners fixed that for us? Like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the exact kind of thing. Like, I know if that happened for me, if a cleaner did that, I'd be like, okay, that's so awesome. I would tell people about that. And that's the thing that I constantly am talking about, those little extra things that get people to talk about the business. Because just cleaning the house isn't enough. Any cleaner will clean the house.
Yeah.
But not every cleaner will pick up that blind and fix it for them.
Right.
Or leave a mint on the pillow, or, you know, come excited, pet the dog, give them a treat. Like, not everyone does those little things, and that's what people talk to their friends about.
Yeah.
That's what gets you the 3 housewives all living down the same street. You know, those things really stand
Love
out.
those gals.
And just, I mean, this isn't even considered amazing customer service, but it is in small businesses. Answering your phone.
Yeah.
Like, so many small businesses either don't answer their phone, or if they do, their voice on the phone is just crap. Like, they're like, hello? You know? Like, everyone's had that experience where they're like, they want some service done at their house, and you call 10 places, no one answers, or maybe one person answers, no one calls you back. So, like, just calling back, and if you miss a call, you know, whatever, that's fine, but call them right back, be professional, get quotes out sooner than everyone else. Like, it's not hard to do. You're going to do it anyways. Well, hopefully you're going to do it, but you're going to do it anyways. Might as well do it quickly and just be the first to respond, be the most professional, be willing to go above and beyond, and just charge for it. Like, make it worth going above and beyond. You know, give dog treats, but charge a little bit more. You know, it works.
It does.
So those few tenets have absolutely worked so well for Stacey, and like I said, I can only see them working better and better, and I'm sure we'll pick up little things along the future that help explode growth even more. So I'm really excited about this. This is a huge milestone, 1% of a million. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We look like we're on a news channel. Keeping up with the Lerps. Lerp the lerps.